This is Inez, your audacious living coach with Emerge Inspire Live. How many times have you been in a conversation with someone and everything they talked about was a complaint? And have you found yourself complaining about things and just finding anything to complain about? Nothing is right, it's too hot, it's too cold. I get a kick out of this because I know I have family who lives up north and I live in Florida. So during the winter, I always tease them about sitting out on my patio having my coffee, and they're like, well, if you were here, you wouldn't be sitting out because it's too cold. And I just laugh at that. Now that it's gotten warm up there, in fact, downright hot if you listen to them, it has changed from, oh, it's so cold until, oh, it's so hot. So, what are we going to do about the temperature? We don't really have any control over it except what we control in our homes. And we get to control that by using our AC. So that's really different. But people find anything to complain about. So my inspirational tip for you today is no complaints whatsoever. I don't care what it is. Whatever you started to complain about, I want you to look at it and say, wait a minute, what is the good in this? You had a bad customer service at a store. You went to buy gas and you gave them the wrong pump number. Anything, but you don't get to complain. No complaints whatsoever. That's the inspirational tip, because complaining only magnifies something that could have been really, really small, a really small something that happened, event situation. And as you start to complain about it, it starts to expand and expand. And next thing you know, it's all out of proportion. So you get to choose that no matter what is going on, you don't complain. What you do is see the positives in it. You see the joy that it's bringing. You see the good in it. You see what is necessary to extract from it so that it doesn't happen again. But whatever it is, there are no complaints. Because when you live a life of no complaints, you find more and more things not to complain about. And as you begin to find more and more things not to complain about, it just disappears from your life. It's just that simple. And it's all because you're thinking differently, you're behaving differently, your attitude is totally different. And as your attitude becomes different, then of course, there's nothing to complain about. So the tip for today is, the inspirational tip for today is, no complaints whatsoever. It doesn't matter. Because in the scheme of things, in the whole scheme of things, whatever happened that you were complaining about happened in that moment. And every time you bring it up and you complain about it, it brings back those feelings of inadequacy, of feelings of whatever it was that you felt when you had that incident happen that gave you a complaint. So now you get to not complain. And as you don't complain, you have just an awesome, awesome time. This is Inez, your audacious living coach with Emerge Inspire Live.